I see Cao Cao's old habits are back in force. He's been trying this way and that to bring Guan Yu under his command. They say he's given him all sorts of treasures, even the fabled red hair. Huh, too bad. Once Cao Cao has his mind set on something, it rarely changes. Though, if you ask me, it would have been better if you had gotten the horse. I doubt Guan Yu would change allegiances over mere flattery. And if I'm right, the enemy just gained another weapon. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later.
What perfect timing. Lord Cao Cao has called for you. We must hurry.
I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu? Oh, I see. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over. I had the same thought. As long as Liu Bei's whereabouts are unknown, there is little Guan Yu can do. If we can kill Liu Bei before Guan Yu finds him, then he will have no choice but to join us. That said, we are no closer to finding Liu Bei than he is. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to rest, I'd like you to find that out for me.
What? You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well. That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. But I do not intend to stay here long. I will leave as soon as I know where my brother has gone. I, Guan Yu, will stand with Liu Bei until my death. That is an oath I will not break. That is not the issue. My loyalty is with Liu Bei. Simple as that. Liu Bei is weaker than Lord Cao Cao. A cause for concern in some ways, I admit. Whenever he sees others suffering or in misery, he is driven to help them, heedless of logic. Because of that, we, and Liu Bei himself, have had to endure countless hardships. Some may see that as foolishness. Others may jeer, calling it a lack of principle. But Liu Bei knows the suffering of the people. He knows the cries of the destitute, who lack the power to act. I believe that is the quality necessary to bring an end to these times of war. Forgive my prattle, but those are my thoughts in full. I presume you came here at Lord Cao Cao's behest to see where I stand. If you would, please tell him that I am sorry.
Lord Guan Yu, I hear that Lord Liu Bei is still missing. I cannot imagine how that must feel. But I am happy that I could fight alongside you once more. And I say that in earnest.
I cannot thank you enough for saving my life and the lives of my brother's family.
No need. The loss of a warrior such as yourself would be a loss to the entire realm. You said the same to me once.
Zheng Liao.
I echo that sentiment. Lord Guan Yu, you are worthy of our respect, and I am glad we could speak once more.
Lord Shi Huang.
My training with you was my salvation when I lost my way. At the risk of sounding presumptuous, I hope our presence here eases your suffering even a little.
Aye. We may have different reasons and circumstances, but we are all warriors climbing the same peak. If we train and continue to better our minds and bodies, a path may one day present itself.
I am beyond grateful to both of you. Let us spar, that I may reforge my wavering mind.
Nothing would bring me more joy.
Oh, pardon my manners. I was so deep in thought that I'd forgotten our plans to meet. Yes, I've hardly slept at all. As much as it pains me to admit my failure to take care of myself. Matters of war have been left to Lord Shunyo, Jashu, and Goja. That leaves the task of governing Shu in my hands. I must also be vigilant against agents of Yuanshao, interfering with domestic affairs. And the recent incident is yet to be fully dealt with. Yes, the attempt made on Lord Cao Cao's life, at the behest of the Emperor himself. Truth be told, we had considered the possibility, but not so soon. It seems the Emperor feels threatened by our leader's power. Should a mere retainer be allowed to attain more power than the Emperor? This is a matter that we must now carefully consider. There are many issues at hand, but for now, I must remain focused on protecting our leader. Yes, you're right. I cannot deny the wisdom of your words. Perhaps it's fatigue taking its toll on me. But I find that my ability to focus is beginning to fray. The other day, I was out negotiating with officials and handling government affairs, all without noticing that my hat had caved in. The funny thing is that later I actually saw the ministers all walking together with their hats caved in the exact same way. I couldn't believe how quickly my carelessness had become a fashion statement. I suppose all I can do now is wait for it to go out of style. No, well, perhaps that is it. I am grateful for their respect, but now I feel even more embarrassed. I'd like for you to keep all this to yourself. Let it be our little secret. Be that as it may, I am glad that we have made plans to meet later. If I am to rest, I would very much like it to be with you at my side. Now, shall we make our way to my estate? Please forgive me if I fall asleep on the way.
This town has gotten bigger now that I...
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt you and Xiao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
Lord Zuluan has it assigned.
What does peace even look like?
Lord Eugene is way too strict.
Even with such an eminent family,
Let's begin.
Yes.
got it.
Yes.
Listen.
With me here, I suppose our victory is all but assured.
Now go. I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detached force to drive through the gap and relieve Baima Castle.
I see it. Those are Cao Cao's forces, headed for Baima Castle. I have to warn Lord Yanjin.
Take this. If they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise.
The enemy officer
Pursue them.
has been defeated.
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yanliang's side. March forward.
We have received word that Cao Cao himself is headed for Yanjin. We cannot let this opportunity go to waste. We shall send our troops to target him. We march at once!
The strength of Yuan Shao's forces lies in their inexhaustible numbers. They seem to be pouring out from the fort in an endless stream. We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort.
The enemy
That will force
officer
them to change their
has been
strategy.
defeated.
Now advance!
Now, their numbers matter not. For I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is always a path to victory.
All my might. Can't
believe
The
this.
enemy officer.
My lord, a battalion of Cao Cao's forces are advancing on this position. You must prepare to meet him in
This
battle.
territory is ours.
You have done well to warn us. Men, prepare to counterattack!
So they have spotted our advance. This leaves us no choice but to cut through their ranks with a frontal assault. Now is the time to attack.
Forward! The enemy officer has been defeated.
Lord Cao Cao's renown makes him an excellent decoy. Just look at the size of the force they've sent after him. With this many of their soldiers here, Baima should be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to protect Lord Cao Cao.
Behold, Allied forces are marching to our aid. This will be enough to break the siege. Stand strong! Our
The enemy
victory is
officer
imminent!
has been defeated.
I owe Lord Cao Cao a great debt of gratitude. This battle is my chance to repay it with my blade. Let's go. And Guan Yu! Fight me now! If you think you are skilled enough!
Turn the table.
Even match. We must push harder.
In the fort at Yanjin? We cannot let them cut off our reinforcements. We must reclaim it.
Go on.
The enemy officer
My power
has been
alone
defeated.
is insufficient for a comeback.
Let's start the advance. Let's start the advance. Now, let's stay sharp. See it all.
I have captured this area.
This is too good to be true. The enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own. Let's start the advance. Take this.
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court, we have no objections to taking his life.
Let's start the advance. I see it. All my might.
I hope this surprises you.
The enemy officer has
I
been
must leave
defeated.
the rest to you.
There we go.
You are a snake, guarding the corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice. Chaos has stricken the land, and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated. To bring peace.
Do not know who you are or from where you hail. You seem to be driven by a strong conviction. It is that resistance is futile. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
You weren't able to leave me in danger, were you? Ha ha! You truly are one of a kind. That opening. All my might.
Must stay sharp. Impeccable display. The enemy officer has been defeated.
An opening.
Behold my power.
Judge the situation poorly.
I hope this surprises you.
I
I expected as much from you.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Is this as far as my path is to take me?
You... could it be?
I've been waiting for this.
That's not possible.
You appear when you're most needed. That is a talent in itself.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I see it. All my might.
Get prepared. Looking rough. Take it. Time to act. Looking rough. I see you. I've been waiting for this. Time to end this.
This territory.
The enemy officer
sash
has been defeated.
Of the sacred bird blood. And those eyes. Yes. You must be.
We should stop here to assess the situation.
Let's start the advance.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough.
Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
An officer? You must be kidding!
Now.
It is you. And I've nothing more to worry about.
It's here. See it. All my might. All my might. Looking rough. All my might. I see it. Time to act.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I hope this surprises you.
All my might. Looking rough. Tables turn. This is fun. Oh my might. Turn the table. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must fall back.
Such impressive feats. You are truly a warrior with no equal.
Now we must forward! Hold my hand!
I've been waiting for this. Take this. Easy. Counter-attack. All my might.
Did I think this...
The enemy officer has been defeated. Here we go. Gotta be quicker. Take this.
Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Counter-attack. Looking rough. I see it. Counter-attack.
And I think this is
The enemy officer has been defeated.
now.
The moment has come. All right. There we go. Now.
What incredible feat to leave this.
The enemy officer
shined like a beacon to the other.
A worthy adversary indeed. I see it. Take this. Take this. Time to act. Take all my might.
I'm starting to get fatigued. At this rate.
Face me one-on-one. You stand in the presence of Yan Liang. I am one of Lord Yuan Shao's greatest warriors. You really think you have what it takes to fight me? We do not lack our skills. But this battle has only just begun. I can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. I have been bested. How can this be?
What? Yan Liang has been defeated. Impossible. This cannot be. I can't believe we managed to drive back such a large force. We may be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless. This is proving to be more of a nuisance than I imagined. But this is here. Send in Wenchou. His unstoppable might will settle this.
Turn the tables.
Our next target will likely be the enemy forces at Yanjin. This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the front. We can cross the river to the north
enemy officer
and attack the enemy from behind. We must also be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
Let's go.
Looking for fate.
How thoughtless. Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. You, on the other hand, depend on your wits and courage. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight. You might even color me intrigued by it.
Must find a way to
the enemy officer
situation
has been defeated.
Not to lose. There must be something I can do.
That was a dignified performance. You are indeed a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take. You weren't able to leave me in danger, were you? Ha ha! You truly are one of a kind.
Bring him down. Okay, let's prepare to make our attack. We need to make this decisive.
The enemy forces of Yanjin have greatly diminished. We will finish them off in one final assault.
As far as the enemy officer, you appear when you're most needed. That is a talent.
Cannot afford to fall here.
There's no virtue in dying for so little. I shall retreat and fight another day.
The enemy officer.
There's not a strategist alive that bests me in battle.
I am Wen Zhou, one of Yuan Shao's greatest fighters. Any who believe themselves worthy may test their might against me.
Turn the tables.
You are not bad. So your bravery isn't without justification.
Time to end this.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'll put on a show.
You'll accept this, won't you?
Why did it have to end like this?
What's next? Let's see it all.
What? Wen Zhou has fallen. This is not possible. What on earth happened?
Whoa. Looking rough.
I could foresee losing either Yanliang or Wen Zhou, but for both to have been slain, you fought well this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me!
Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult. This is not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now. This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted.
It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
Zuluan, it's been too long. So it really was you. I never would have expected this. But why didn't you tell me where you were? What are you saying, Zuluan? Don't tell me you've forgotten who I am. You won't answer? Or maybe you can't. Then it's true. You really have forgotten everything. Well, I suppose I should have known. If you had your memories, you wouldn't have allied yourself with Cao Cao, the usurper of the Han. You have forgotten your mission, your ideals, and the promises you made. And now you're floating aimlessly through life. Yet even so, you are unable to escape your fate as a guardian of peace. You submit to a higher power and act as a weapon for them, just as you did as a guardian of peace once before. Though this seems even more pitiful, Juha, what did she say to you in the end? Did she tell you to forget everything and live on, or to pursue true peace? If you can't remember, then let me remind you. Juha is dead. You were there when it happened. And now you're living a carefree life, free from any memory of her death. Perhaps that is the greatest insult of all. Remember, Zuluan!
Are you crying? Go, Zuluan. Down your own path. Are you crying? I'm fine. Go, Zuluan. Down your own path.
I thought you had both died. I never imagined. I thought I was alone. Maybe I was being foolish, desperately clinging to a past that will never return. I have some advice for you, Zuluan. If you insist on following the Han and ally with Cao Cao, then I will not hesitate to stand against you once more. You must remember who the Han are to us. Well, the point may be moot if Cao Cao is crushed by Yuan Shao in the next battle. I look forward to seeing him struggle.
Chuha. I see. I had been wondering who she was, and why she chose to help you. It may be that the Chuha you saw was a mirage, created by your own sense of guilt. That seems to be the logical conclusion. Ziluan, I believe now is the time for you to face the real Chuha. You should figure out what it was that all of you staked your lives to accomplish. You, Chuha, Bailuan, and all of the Guardians of Peace. Don't you think you're underestimating me, Ziluan? I think you ought to place a little more faith in me. The key to unlocking your past is most likely the incense used by the Guardians of Peace. Well, while you've been off fighting, I've been busy myself. Very busy, in fact. However, I'm afraid the truth is crueler than you might imagine, Ziluan. I would understand if you wish to avoid learning the truth. That too is a valid choice. But if you do decide you want to unravel your past, it would be my duty as a doctor to offer my full assistance. That said, we had best try out the incense first of all. I will be rather embarrassed if it doesn't help you remember anything.
The scars left by Luibu's.
For the sake of Lord Tao Tao's rule.
Let's go. Advance! All of you, follow me! Let's march!
This location is too valuable to be taken. And open, fortify our defenses, comrades!
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours. The enemy officer has been defeated.
This area belongs to us now!
officer has been defeated. Looking rough.
Keep it up! Push on through! Choosing solitude on the battlefield. Must be good. Let us fight!
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Our enemies fell to my incredible might! Ready, comrades! The time has come to show the results of our training!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
That one is the key to turning the tide. Begin
The enemy officer
immediately
has been defeated.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. Time to act with all my might. Take that. No grenade. All my might. All my might. Good eye.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take that. Looking rough. Get this here. I'm making my way up. Looking rough, I see you. Our enemies fell to my incredible might. Use that. enemy officer has been defeated. Our enemies fell to my incredible might! Let's end this.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Not many people can read and write. If you...
So you remember, we fought the government forces that came to purge our village, and were cut down. And now, you know, I am but a fragment of your memory, a mirage from your past, born of your deep, painful regret over having survived that day. I think this will probably be the last time you'll see me. You do not need me anymore. Because now, you remember it all. The dreams we shared, the path we chose, the hopes that I passed on to you. I made my own choices, my own decisions. I lived my life without regrets. Feeling guilty for our deaths only cheapens our resolve. So please, do not blame yourself anymore. From this point on, do not let your desire to atone for your past shape your future. Instead, be guided by your will to see your choices through. Now, go forth. You do not need to look back at us anymore. And thank you. Ziluan, take care of Bailuan for us.
Good. It seems you were able to remember Chuha. That success is a weight off my mind. You did well. I officially pronounce you cured, which means my work is complete. Yes, there is nothing more to be done. No, I think not. Now that you've rediscovered your past, you've no more need of a doctor. Besides, I was thinking of taking a trip to the place where my father studied medicine. Better late than never, huh? As for you, Zuluan, you will be fine without me. Now that you know who you are, you're free to live your life as you wish. My, how you've changed. Zuluan, you're nothing like you were when we first met. The old you would have never said such a thing. Back then you were a wild warrior, hurling yourself into battle heedless of your wounds. But yes, despite my teasing, our journey has been one of the most rewarding times in my life. I met so many people, all fighting to survive this chaotic era. On second thought, maybe I could linger for a while longer yet. After all, what better place to fulfill my duty? Well, I call it a duty, but it's a humble matter compared to the exploits of someone like yourself. I learned medicine from my father, and he from his father. Along with that knowledge, they passed down the ideal of healing the sick and aiding the wounded. Now that I'm of a certain age, it's my duty to pass that ideal on to someone else. Just as Chuha passed her dreams and ideals on to you. Which is a roundabout way of asking, would you let me travel with you a little while longer? Thank you, Zuluan. I mean, that is to say, I shall continue to be at your service and provide what help I can.
Everything's gotten so expensive.
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think.
Well,